Welcome to the Project Review 1 presentation for the Server Web App by Team 3. So, this is the overview of the contents and how exactly the presentation shall move forward. So, at first, which is the philosophy of our project, which is that data as a service. Now, the people involved with this project are as follows: Sumanth, Kalp, Akash Reddy and Sandeep Reddy, with assistance from teaching assistant Isha Gupta and the client being Venugopal of VSC Digitech. So, the roles taken up by the team members are as of now: Sumanth Balaji handling the front end and the back end of the web app and other core modules of the web app, Kalp taking care of the scraper, the machine learning algorithm and other core modules of the web app, Akash and Sandeep Reddy taking care of the SRS document and initially attempted to handle Django duties. So this is the general overview of the web app, which is that in the given project we are supposed to provide a web app which has two applications, a data analyzer and a scraper API. A data analyzer is an application that takes in input from the user in the form of parameters and produces a suggestion list of most viable entity for said user as per the values entered as parameters in the query form. It produces the solution based upon a machine learning model which is trained upon scraped data or data submitted to the analyzer by the user. For the scraper API, a scraper API that allows for the user to select a website to scrape and download data from a predetermined set of available websites in a CSV format. The project setup required the following modules as can be noted as of now. The use case diagram for the project is as presented in the screen with the corresponding UML class diagram for the project. The development methodology that we followed was an agile methodology and was iterative in nature. Each iteration was tested and showed to the client, and every subsequent iteration built upon the features that were implemented in the previous iterations. In the next slides, we will be getting into what was completed in each iteration. So, initial plan for the project was as presented in the screen, which was to understand the scraper, how it works, find an ML algorithm for the web app, to make a web dashboard, and to make a chatbot. However, these initial goals witnessed few changes, such as in Sprint 2 we realized that a chatbot was not feasible, as well as a generalized scraper was not possible to make, and we need to only operate upon a set of websites for which the scraper can be developed. We also used TensorFlow for the analysis and ML model creation, and we were notified of a need to present graphical information for the results of the data analyzer, and we were repeatedly told that data is the main priority for the project by the client. In Sprint 3 and Sprint 4, we witnessed the presented changes. Well, in Sprint 3, we realized that the work was not done as per schedule and that there was a need to complete the backlog. The scraper was inefficient and does not provide enough data for the machine learning algorithm, and we asked the client for more sites for gathering data. And we also asked the client to, if possible, provide us with methods of getting data through, say, example, an API. We also realized a need for using more than one algorithm for the analysis, and realized that in R2 we need a proper database to apply SQL alchemy. In Sprint 4, not much changed. However, the client asked for company sites to be scraped, and we immediately notified the client as after looking into the feasibility study of the proposal that it was not that feasible. However, the client asked us to try again, and hence we are still attempting to do the same. The client also notified us about a need for a two-factor authentication of data. This is the progress we have made per sprint, as can be read from the screen. The core concepts are presented in the screen right now, which is data scraping, which is the analyzing of the HTML layout of the website to detect data points that are required and present it in a CSV format. The problems that can be witnessed in this concept are that the scraper literally downloads the HTML, so we must shift through the HTML to find out classes which correspond to the data required, and it is impractical to do it manually for a website, so we need to figure out a way to automate the process. The data analyzer, the premise behind it is to provide the user with the best possible suggestion as per their requirements, which shall be submitted through the query form, which consists of dynamically created parameters as per the data on which the data analyzer is working on. The data analyzer produces the suggestion for the user by sending the requirements given by the user to a pre-trained ML model, wherein the machine learning model is trained upon the dataset that is used. And with this concept, we have the following problems, which is the need to know which algorithm is best suited for the problem at hand, and the problem that the current degree of data scraped is in the range of 1000 or a bit more. Hence, the current ML algorithms cannot be expected to provide high levels of accuracy. The sprint analysis that we done with respect to agile methodology helped us in effectively setting deadlines for particular issues or bug fix, as typically a week was given to solve a small issue and 2 weeks was given for moderately large ones. Hence, the methodology of agile proved to be very fruitful for us. The challenges we currently face are that after R1, the graphs are done in the backend but still need to be implemented on the web app. The data provided by the scraper is, as mentioned, around the degree of 1000, and the ML algorithm cannot work efficiently on it. The client wants cross-validation of the data with websites of companies, which was noted as not feasible. The goals for Review 2 as of now are a working web app that has a database integrated and can handle login and logout as per the login requirement notified to us as per March 20th, and multiple ML algorithms in the backend where a logic is implemented which allows the program to select the best result, and graphs are plotted on the web app as in the result panel. So these are the sample home pages which I'll take you through to the actual web page now. Thank you. So this is the typical page that you'll find when you first go to the web app, which gives you some inspiration of why this app was created and also the requirement for it. There's also a home page and an about page, which gives you some legalities of, as we are taking data out of some websites, we need some legal information as we are allowed or not. Some of the websites we are scraping currently are completely open, so taking data out of them is legal, but we don't know for sure what the client will ask for afterwards, so we need to make sure that we have these information and we'll ask the client for the same. So there are two main sections of the application as told earlier. One of them is the scraper API, which will ask you for the URL of the website you want to scrape. So right now I have these two in my current list, so let's just go through the data/data controllers, which I'll submit. And so it's literally taking the HTML to download, so it takes a while, and then I can download the CSV. As it can be seen from the CSV, perhaps let's say the first case, which is of the Departments of Science and Technology by Praveen Arora. We can see that in the, if we go to the website, we can see that there is a similar case here as well, concluding that our scraper is working. The other one is a web app, which gives you a parameters for tool finding. So perhaps I enter a heavy equipment. I can select a lot of product types: phone, processor, laptop, and OS. Perhaps I select phone. I want data from the people who are actively still giving me data and not the ones who I have previous or outdated data from. And I work in perhaps say commercial papers or equity. So I want I prefer data taken from the equity market. When I hit submit, it shows me that the phone my company should buy phones from Samsung as it is most suitable as told by the previous data. So this is the pure overview of how the app should work. Thank you.